leaving the house with 100%, which translates into 329 miles. We're going to go all the way, and our first stop will be London, Kentucky. All right, well, this is Phil. Say hi, Phil.
Hi, Phil.
That's it. And there's Matt.
Hey.
And over there is Greg.
Hey, we're ready.
And we are on the way to Dayton, Ohio Hamfest. Let's go. And you can't even think about going on a trip without a Scottish breakfast. And look, there's a wreck right in front of us. Oh no, I guess there's not. Yep, Scottish breakfasts all around. We're just in the construction here up in the Asheville area, going through Hendersonville and now into Asheville. Get through this and get out on Interstate 40. Now we're on Interstate 40, westbound. And it's a nice day here so far, but you never can tell. Never use the W word. Just entering the gorge. This time there's leaves on the trees. Been by here a bunch of times and it hasn't been anything this year. You don't see this very often, but a bunch of old guys getting out of a car that can barely walk, except this guy. He's a young guy. Yeah.
We're looking at the future.
That's it. Matt had to come all the way to Tennessee to hang out with Dolly. All right, we're here at the rest stop in Tennessee, and let's see where we're going to ultimately go. We're going to come up 40 here And then, of course, 40 continues over to Knoxville, and then we want to take 75. However, we're going to take a shortcut. We're going to come over here up to Newport, and we're going to take Highway 25 here. See if I can show you. From Newport here, we're cutting across and taking 25 through Tazewell, Middlesboro, Pineville, Barberville, Gray, into Corbin. And then up here in London is where the superchargers are, as you can see. So from where we are now, it's almost a direct shot up here through Newport, up 25 through Corbin, and right there to the London supercharger. So we're going to navigate to the London supercharger. And of course, it's going to want to take us down through 40 and up and around, but it also says we need to charge. There we go. And it wants to take us to Knoxville supercharger, which we do not need to do. We're going to add a stop. And our stop will be Tazewell, Tennessee. All right, now let's see what kind of thing it'll do now. Come on. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, you can kind of see where we're going to go now, right? We have 64% or 212 miles of range. We're leaving here, and instead of going to Knoxville like it wants, it'll want to take us up 25E. But if you look close here, you'll see that 25 can be picked up at Newport instead of doing this shenanigans. So we're going to do just that. We'll get off at Newport, we'll get 25 here, go by the reservoir, up 25, all the way to Tazewell, and then from Tazewell, it'll take us all the way to Corbin. We'll look at this. We'll arrive in Tazewell at 39%, and we'll arrive in London at 15%, which is ideal for a fast charge. I think we're ready to go. 71 miles to Tazewell, and the whole trip is, I don't know, number of miles. There you go. Let's hit the road. We get the guys in the car here and move it out. We just exited the interstate, and we're going to take Highway 25 east up here. That gets us to cut the corner there instead of going through Knoxville here. If you need a satellite dish of any kind, you've got Denton's here. They've got every kind of satellite dish. Yeah, we're just here on Highway 25E, which I guess is east. Kind of going north, but whatever. We're heading down up here, just down at the bottom of this is a big reservoir, and some years it's full, some years it's not, so we'll check it out here. Look at the reservoir. Wow, it's all the way back up to where it's supposed to be. We're going to do an energy check now. We'll 50% or 164 miles. We've got 24 to Tazewell, and it's predicting here 17% arrival in London. We're up 2%. We're good to go. This is a pretty view coming off here.
Nice, isn't it? Nice VHF spot.
Yeah.
There's some remote towers on here.
Yeah. ready to enter the tunnel here through the Cumberland Gap. Looks like they're holding us up for whatever reason here. We're on autopilot. We'll just let autopilot drive us through the tunnel here, I think. One additional feature of autopilot is it has x-rays that emit from the car, as you can see. It actually looks right through this truck here next to us and actually looks through it and makes it disappear. Isn't that great? See what I was saying? There's nothing on the other side, so the car knows that, and it showed us the x-ray view. So we're on autopilot, as you guys seen a lot of times. If you haven't seen this, this is one of the features of Tesla. With even basic autopilot does this. You set your speed, you drive down the road, and the car will go and keep its distance and speed, and it just does it. I have it set for 6 car lanes. I'll change it to 4 lanes, not car lanes. And then we just drive right on through the Cumberland Gap here. Wow, they changed the lights. Remember how dim the lights were? They're all bright LEDs now. Wow. We've come this way a lot of times going to the Hamfest. It shaves 20 some miles off the trip. But autopilot doesn't need self-mapping or anything. It uses the lines on the road. It's pretty cool. Here's a fun fact. See these fans? Yeah, what do you think those fans are for? Yeah, you should put your answers down in the comments. Look at them things. Big turbine-looking fans. Wonder what those are for. Coming out the other side here now on the Cumberland Gap. As you can see, it's really a great view here. We're coming into the town of Pineville. If you follow my channel, you'll see these giant gates right here. They close. The river down there floods. And if we look over here on the left-hand side, all of the buildings of the town are lower or at the same level of the river. This allows the floodgates to keep the water out from flooding Pineville here. Looks like Pineville's been there a few years. And the road here goes through. And then as we get out the other side of Pineville, we go through the far gates, and then we're good. Those gates there. And we drive along the wall here on the highway. Look down at the city of Pineville, and it's much lower than we are even. And we're getting out of the other side here of the town, the hospital here. And on the far end is the western gates here. And there they are. Pineville, Tennessee. Well, I don't know about you, eating more beef, and they got horses on the trailer. What is that saying? They run out of cows? Just here on Interstate 75 northbound now, 10 miles, and we get off to the supercharger in London, Kentucky. We had a quick fill up here, 150 kilowatt station here in London, Kentucky. And we got a quick fill up over there. Our time to continue was 20 minutes, so we had to rush it. So we actually went over a little bit. This is only a 150 kilowatt charger, but a 250 is even faster. Anyway, we're heading out. We're heading to the next version 3 just south of Ohio. We're northbound Interstate 75 now. Wow.
9 to 5.
Check this out. Look at this mess here. Holy mackerel. Come on, buddy. Fix that piece of crap. That needs some work done. Time for an energy check. Miles, 119. It says 25 miles. Excellent. 4 to 1. 36% in the battery. Arrival is 26%. We should arrive with 26%. Excellent. We're good to go. We're getting close now. 4.9 miles. Preconditioning. We're in final approach here at the Florence supercharger. Just about ready to get off Interstate 75. Looks like it says 1.3 miles now. Exit 181. Superchargers here in Meijer's. Doesn't look like anybody's here. It is version 3, which means I can park in any stall and get the same amount of power. Looks like a nice blue Model X 100D. And follow the arrows to the center of the slot. And don't hit the charge stands, and we're good. All right, we're here. Let's do a quick check of the power. We've arrived at 27%. It's a good prediction, 89 miles. All right, let's get hooked up here and get underway. We're hooked up to the 250. It peaked at 250, and now we're at 223. Look at that, 4 minutes to go. Inside the Meijer store, which hosts the Tesla superchargers, you gotta look at this place. This place is gigantic. Look at this. Food stores, just about any and everything you'd ever want here. Meijer stores are awesome, and thanks for hosting the Tesla supercharger. We're back on Interstate 75 now, 7 miles or so, and I think we'll be crossing the river. We are getting close to crossing over the Ohio River here. Got some traffic, which is typical on this highway here now. We'll get through it. It's 3:30 p.m. I think it may be going home time for some people. I don't know. This is very, very typical here in Ohio and northern Kentucky. Just coming into Cincinnati, it's there in front of us, and you don't want to forget WKRP Cincinnati. Just going across this double-decker bridge. You can see the other bridges here. This bridge puts us northbound on the underside, and we just cruise along here. Yeah, Phil just mentioned finally they got it all painted, and I think it takes them a year or something from one end to the other. Assuming this is the Ohio River, there it is. So we're crossing over here, and there's one of the original bridges over there. Kind of neat looking. All right, we're gonna go up Interstate 75 when we get the other side of this bridge here.
Now keep left to take Interstate 75 north.
What she said. Welcome to Cincinnati traffic. Look at that. That's what the camera sees. And if you look out the window, there you go. Pretty wild. We're off the interstate here, finally. Uh-oh. Got an ambulance. Yep, finally off the highway here. We are here. Let's get hooked up. 44% on arrival, or 144 miles. The hotel has a CCS and a Tesla wall connector. The Model S is on the wall connector, and I'm happily plugged into the CCS with my adapter.